So, this is one of those where I'm just gonna roll with it. Like the little day after Christmas elf on the shelf that I am. Because the lighting is a little funky, everything is a bit on the funky side. But we're just gonna go with the flow, with the roll, with the wheel as it turns. I've got my color wheel on me. It's from the 50s. I just really like it. It's not particularly delivering the effect that I'm after, but it does look kind of cool. Ooh. Yes. Christmassiness is not supposed to be spooky, but this is making me look like the spooky elf on the shelf. It is delivering an effect of some kind. Not necessarily the dazzling color effect that I'm after, but the sort of jive vibe that I'm trying to deliver is the clinging on to of Christmas, because I get a little sad. Actually, I get quite a bit sad usually the day after Christmas, because I'm like, all that decorating, all that build up, all them cookies for Santa, and then it's just kind of poof, and everybody moves on to the next thing. And I'm certainly not doing any partying for New Year's, but I just wanted to show my little display here. I'm rather proud of. Barbie here is hanging out in her living room, and she's got a Barbie spelled out on her little table. She's got a little gift in her hand. She's got a little cup of ale or hot cocoa. Whatever you think she's drinking, that's what she's drinking. I even got this from our poopy bags, from the poop bags from our dog, and I was thinking I could be really extra in my love of miniatures, and I could wrap some wrapping paper around this to make this a tube of Barbie wrapping paper. How about that? So this is just a delightful little display that I really like. Oh, picking up props from this angle is hard. I really love the collectible holiday Barbies. I just think they're so beautiful. And this one in particular is just so gorgeous. I mean, my goodness. Look at her baubles. Look at her bangles. Look how they jangle. So, if you ever feel like getting me a holiday Barbie, I'm not gonna turn it down, because I love them all. Or most Barbies, really. Most Barbies. Little things on the TV about Mattel right now. This is a series. I bought the whole series, the Enchanted World series, and this one is the Book of Christmas. Should have shown some of these last night. Some of them are kind of dark, trolls under bridges and such, but some of them, like this, is like a stamping his feet, tossing his head. The hodening horse pranced through the British streets. If I saw that guy coming for me, I would not think Christmas joy and merriment. That would not be my first thought. But yeah, there's some kind of creepy ones in here. There's elves of some sort, Tommyknockers of some kind who like steal children. I can't remember the whole lore, the story of it, but I do love this book and all that comes with it. See, there's a beautiful one. It's come across a creepy little friend, and they're gonna make merry on St. Nicholas Day. Oh, and this goes through some of the 12 Days of Christmas, which I did my poem about last night. Let's see, like this one. This is, oh, yeah. I think this is about, well, the fate of the winter-born was hidden in the constellation clusters of the zodiac, ruled by Scorpio. So there's another one that just doesn't really make you feel warm, fuzzy Christmas tidings. But I guess that's part of the juxtaposition I'm talking about. How you build up to a holiday, especially at a time like this when things are a bit amiss. Oh gosh, I'm knocking over Barbie's whole display. So hard to show you and tell you and keep it all together. But yeah, when things are a bit amiss, it's hard to stay in that bliss, and when you exit out of the holiday and kind of back to reality, things just sort of catch up with your mind, I guess. So I don't know. I'm not going to try to explain the emotions too much, but I'll just say that I'm going to have to find me a job here at some point. And I think every day that goes by, I'm a little more terrified of it. Sort of not jiving necessarily with people the way I used to. Also, don't necessarily want to be a data entry person staring at a screen all day. Hard to find the middle ground in there, or whatever I'm supposed to belong to, be a part of, do professionally. Scaring me quite bad. So just some grown-up feelings catching up to me, and this is based on a jumble of conversations I had with my best friend, which her wisdom often lends itself to my poetry, and she always kind of thinks like she has nothing worthwhile to say and puts herself down in that way, or she's like, what? I don't know, I didn't say anything. And she says some really profound things. So I've woven them into this poem, and it's just some honest conversation between my best friend and I. Yeah, you'll hear it. I will present it to you presently, now, right here in this moment, as we work our way rapidly towards the climax of 365 days. Wow, we sure have come a ways, and it's really wild. I can't believe we're here. We've done it. We've been doing it. We're still doing it. I think I'm gonna have a whole lot of emotions flood through when I hit that goal, and then it's like, then what? And that's sort of what I feel with the holidays. It's like, you build up to the holiday, and it's all for Christmas, and we're gonna do the Yule log, and we're gonna decorate the tree, and then it's the next day, and it's like, oh no, now what? But here we go. Honest thoughts. It's called, We Drew Pictures of the World We Wanted Before We Knew What It Really Was. We should try dreaming again, says my best friend. I don't know if I could be as wholehearted about it as I was back then, but we should just pretend we remember how to do it at that level. People will settle for anything just to say they have something. We hold our phones like they're part of our bodies, and they don't even ring anymore unless it's some solicitor. What elicits your enthusiasm these days? I pray for some spontaneity, to just find its way to me. Unfortunately, I'm convinced most of my friends forgot how to romp. Some invisible adult force stomped on the power of our sparks and left that Tinkerbell flicker somewhere in the dark. The water's full of littered plastics and sharks, and suddenly midnight skinny dipping doesn't seem like such an inviting lark. We've written the same frustrations to one another before we even recover from losing those missing slivers of shimmer we never found. She resents her phone and groans, "Save me from the merry-go-round of false connections." These devices study us in compartmentalized sections to estimate our total possible worth. It's literally the worst time suck on the planet Earth, she reflects. Being forced to leave behind this time vacuum is an opportunity most people never get to realize is actually a pleasure. Just getting to actually do things without a distraction device up your ass is so much better, she tells me. I actually see the sunsets instead of incessantly snapping pics of them. But, she says, I can't pretend I didn't get that damn thing back in my hand and immediately start fanning that flame of addiction again. My best friend has the most spot-on observations. My patience dwindles for the hope to rekindle an inner passion for action. She explains it simply as a disease of distraction. I just want to redirect the Earth's whole scene. It does feel mean, she says, how we all feel so lost in our heads, but yet our energy somehow still keeps getting fed into gadgets and corporations. I mean, I really question if humans are still on the same team. Like the machine keeps turning, and we all just hope for the best. Will all these conflicting opinions and restricting decisions be on the test? I try to loosen the tightness in my chest, to listen to advice and fight my inner doubts, hoping to hear the wisdom over the argumentative shouts. What do all these viral videos amount to? Does anyone have an actual clue about what to do next? I mean, seriously, like to save all our necks. I can't seem to check my emotional baggage, so I just drag it everywhere and wonder why going upstairs is so very exhausting. The excess weight is costing me sleep and keeping my stomach doing flips. She agrees, saying, I know, my brain skips through 600 ideas an hour of like things I could do and could be and should be doing and lands on not one thing that I feel confident in. I'm very familiar with that mental spin cycle. Should we plan a revolution? Or a TikTok dance recital? An art show? Or a spiritual revival? Should we strive for more love or more titles? We both feel the continual pull to have a more full and impressive resume. I don't know how to play this game and I'm feeling kind of lame and out of luck. Yeah, she says, this culture sucks. Like if you aren't rich and a master of something by 25 or an Instagram whatever, well then you're just mediocre and without hope. Should I make crypto investments or organic goat milk soap? At least she's going to school, challenging herself with homework and math. I admit to her that horribly I'm losing faith in the path people are so fond of. Me too, she agrees. I'm like switching between things, unentertained and strained by my attempts to prevent my brain from slumping and tuning it all out. Not sure what I'm supposed to be all about, or how we're expected to be impressive and not fumble. But shit, I'll keep trying to stumble on that thing, though, that elusive who knows what that changes it all around. I tell her the disconnect feels profound. Oh yeah, she concurs, it's all becoming a blur. Where I'm not sure what's real. I'm like, is this a video game that aliens are controlling while the biggest companies are polling the results? Is this numbness really what catapults us into the future? Do I join a Facebook group or a church? I don't even know what I'm searching for because I hate drinking and doing drugs. I don't even know how I could go to a club and have any stamina. Like, damn, I can't even imagine being at a party with like 10 people and having any fun. What was even fun when we were more wild? Do I tap into my inner 20-something? My inner child? It's not good when your file of disappointments gets so much thicker than your file of accomplishments and fun. Do we start a blog? Get another dog? Move to where there's more sun? There's that 10-ton weight heaped on my plate feeling again. Can't pretend I know what to say. We stay connected and express feeling rejected by the more commonly selected human pathways. She sighs. Oh man, another day gone by. Bye-bye. Gonna do some note-taking on future action plans. We don't know where we stand. This nose to the eternal grindstone mentality, I'm just not a fan. We don't feel compelled to stand out and do well for the man, she explains articulately. I like leave my body when I try to compete in some presentational way. Like I puke for days before and then just float out of my body. Like you want me to do a presentation or interview or speak logically and explain myself? Well, I'd rather be in a snake pit. I tell her, there is a condition called intolerance of uncertainty. I think I have it. We think back on who we thought we'd become when we were kids, the hopes and expectations we let spill. It's sad, she says, that I have filled my head with useless celebrity facts. I was so uber smart back then, and just slowly got more and more behind and more struggle bus anxious. And yeah, I could probably remember like 10 stupid, useless facts about the Kardashians easier than I could remember 10 important facts about the world, sadly. The insane drive for fame and unattainable beauty has shifted things quite badly. They're madly in love with themselves. But she wonders aloud, it's like, what in the actual hell? Why do celebs all want to look like blow-up dolls? How did we fall from any scrap of grace to get to this place? Have you seen us lately? Wonder why we are all here sometimes. When I try to think too hard about it, it makes me feel dizzy. Sometimes I feel really unstable, like I can't stop anything from happening, and it's just this mess of intense emotions and fears, and it's all building and building. I look around and I feel like I'm just not on the road that other people seem to be getting somewhere on. Those moments seem to last so long, much longer than the fleeting, inspiring ones. My drive just isn't as strong as my panic that I might fail. Like, I'm both stagnant and off the rails. Days go by so rapidly, and then I don't want to sleep because tomorrow will be here and then gone as well. Like, am I progressing? I cannot remotely tell. I'm just so afraid of wasting any time while I'm well enough to be out living. So much anxiety about it, like all going by quickly and being old suddenly and grumpy, feeling like I have rocks in my shoes because my feet are so worn out. I watch the world out there happening and genuinely have no idea what anyone's talking about. I would not doubt a headline for 1 second that said, "We're all going to be fed to our new alien rulers. A handful of us will become their waiters, masseuses, jewelers, and whatever other various uses they have for us. The rest will just be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Won't matter if you're perfect or a total sinner, an expert or a beginner. Pointing fingers about wrong and right will be irrelevant to alien appetites." We need to feel light again, my best friend and I. We gotta chase that high of who we were before our well of unstoppable zest ran dry. Try to wake up those kids who thought they could fly. I suppose they're still in there somewhere. Just a bit scared, I guess. Just feeling shy. So there's some honest feelings, and it's not a representation of all of my entire feelings of existence. I actually had like a really good Christmas, and it was lovely and made from scratch by us, and it was full of love, and I'm really lucky for that. I just want to feel like I'm getting somewhere, and I kind of don't. I kind of feel like I'm letting people down a little bit. And I keep getting stuck on it over and over again. Like, where's the progress? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can I hold it? Can I touch it? Can I eat it? Can I slip it on my body? What does it look like? What does it taste like? Where am I going to find it? Is it under this rock? Is it on this job website? And I stay up really late at night, like, reading these things that people do. And I'm gonna be really honest with you, YouTube, because that's what I do. I was reading about, like, websites where you, like, talk to people who are lonely. And yes, like, not those websites. I mean, there are those websites, and I can understand that desperation, too. There's, like, all kinds of sexual crazy. I mean, the well of sexual delving is very deep out there. But, I mean, this is where we're at in our planet, that there are websites where people will actually pay you to anonymously chat just about, like, the groceries and their day and their husband not listening to them. And, like, they literally don't have anyone to talk to, and they will pay you to talk about random shit. And that seems really heavy, and I don't want to do that, but I also don't want to be, like, snapped at about over easy eggs that should be over medium when the eggs that are on their plate are clearly over medium. I mean, I did that for so long. So yeah, just trying to find something a little more gratifying than that. I'm not sure what it looks like or how to pull it out of a hat. And I just want it to keep being Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm wearing my Elf on a Shelf onesie, for goodness sake. Yeah. So, I don't know. That's what I have to say, I guess. That I'm just a little scared about the reality of not Christmas. And I was scared about the reality of it not being Halloween. And I think, wow, that is a powerfully loud God rest ye merry gentlemen. I thought it was going to be like a delightful twinkle in the background. It's more of a full concerto there. Comfort and joy. That is appropriate, though. That's what I'm after. Some comfort and some joy. Oh boy. trickier than you would think. But what was I talking about? Oh, right. The passing of holidays. I think you're going to see some crazy waves of emotion here, YouTube friends and real world friends and all the people who lend me their ears. Because, yeah, when we reach that landmark of, like, I've done this thing, I've done these poems for 365 whole ass days, and 2021 fades away, and 2022 busts on through, yeah, I can already tell you that some emotions are going to brew and bubble. I can just feel it. So, we'll get there when we get there, I guess, and I will have something to say and something to confess in the form of poetry about it. So stick around. For those of you who have supported this whole wacky thing, thank you. I can't sing praises beautifully enough to you, for you, because I'm not confident enough in my singing voice. But if I could, gosh, it would be an operetta of how much better I am for you guys being friends and fans and holding my hand in a digital way through this goal that I've set. It's like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I've done this quite well. And I don't know if you could tell, but I've poured a lot of myself into it. So I've been sitting on the floor. This whole leg has just gone totally numb. Pins and needles. Oh yeah. Oh, it's done for. Oh, it's jingling. It hurts. Oh, the sciatica. Oh, it's needly pains. Okay. So I'm gonna eat the last of the Yule log and pretend it's still Christmas and that I have nothing to worry about. And that somehow money will just continue to be available to me, even though it's not right now. But I will just manifest a way for that to come about. And you can have no doubt I will write poetry about all of it and continue to do that. So, thanks. Real feelings, real thoughts, real emotions, brought to you by me, Teal. So, hold on to the holly jolly. It can be whatever day you want. Make up your own holidays. That's what I say. Let's make up more. I've been saying that for a while. Even before the pandemic hit, I was like, come on. We haven't had any new holidays in a while. Let's get it going. Let's get more reason for popping poppers and putting crazy outfits on and hopping around and tinsel and tassels and do away with the hassle of normalcy and blue jeans. Let's get some crazy get-ups. Make up some new holidays, okay? You ready? That's going to be the next iteration of my YouTube channel. Making up holidays with Teal. I don't know how that'll go, but it sounds fun. So, yeah, but we are nearly done with the 365-day parade of poetry. So, stick with me. Love y'all.